welcome back. I'm Venice from Flip Japan, and this is episode 3 of our Japan trip planning series. Today, we're talking about a super important part of the planning process. How long should you stay in Japan, and where should you actually go? These two questions kind of go hand in hand. The time you've got affects what you can fit in, and where you want to go might help you decide how many days you really need. So let's break it down. First up, how long should you stay? Now, if you're flying in from far like Europe, the US, Canada, definitely factor in jet lag and the long haul recovery. You don't want to touch down and dive straight into a packed itinerary. Even if you've only got a week, try to build in some buffer time to just settle in, get your bearings, and actually enjoy yourself. That's why most first-timers stay around 2 to 3 weeks here. That tends to be the sweet spot. It gives you enough time to see some of the big cities like Tokyo and Kyoto, and in a few day trips and maybe visit a more rural or coastal area and have some flexibility for spontaneous adventures, which, let's be honest, are usually the most fun part. If you've got just a week or less, that's totally okay as well. You can still have a really solid trip. The key is just not trying to do too much. Stick to one main area or region, keep travel time within places short, and focus on soaking in the experience instead of checking everything off your massive list. And if you've got a month or even longer, amazing! That gives you so much freedom to slow down, get off the beaten path, and explore places most tourists never make it to. Just keep in mind that your visa situation will determine how long you're legally allowed to stay, so double check that before locking anything in. Now, once you've got a rough idea of how long you can stay, you can start thinking about where you actually want to go. And honestly, this is the fun part because Japan is packed with amazing regions. Let's quickly go over the big ones, just so you get a feel for how the country's laid out. Hokkaido is Japan's northmost region. It's all about wild nature, epic ski resorts, seafood, and wide open spaces. It's perfect in winter if you're into skiing or snowboarding, or even just snowy scenery and cozy vibes. But it's also beautiful in summer with lavender fields and cool mountain air. Towns like Sapporo, Otaru, and Hakodate are great starting points. Next is Tohoku, just north of Tokyo. This region is super underrated. You'll find traditional onsen towns, beautiful coastal drives, mountains, and fewer crowds. It's amazing in autumn for fall colors and great if you want to experience rural Japan without going too far off-grid. Kanto is where Tokyo is, so it's usually where everybody lands. But there's a lot more here than just the capital. You've got day trip spots like Nikko, Kamakura, and Yokohama, plus Fuji 5 Lakes area if you want a good view of Mount Fuji without climbing it. Heading west, you'll hit Chubu, kind of the center of the country. It's home to places like Nagano, Takayama, Matsumoto, and Kanazawa. This region is great for nature, castles, hot springs, and traditional town. If you like that old school scenic vibe with fewer people, you probably love it here. Then you've got Kansai, which is a must for most first-time travelers. That's where you'll find Kyoto, Osaka, and Nara. Kyoto has a lot of temples and tradition, Osaka is food and fun, and Nara is deer and shrine. It's such a solid base if you want variety without moving around too much. Further west in Chugoku, which includes Hiroshima, Okayama, and Yamaguchi. If you're into history, coastal views, or just want something more laid back, this region's a hidden gem. Yamaguchi especially is super peaceful with charming towns and quiet temples. It's one of those spots that flies under the radar but totally delivers. Down south, you've got Shikoku, smaller, super local, and full of beautiful nature. There's also pilgrimage trails and river valleys. And then there's Kyushu, which has Fukuoka, Beppu, Kumamoto, and more. It's hot spring heaven, the food is next level, and it has a really unique cultural feel. Definitely worth checking out if you've got the time. And finally, way down in the south is Okinawa. It's got tropical beaches, a totally different vibe from mainland Japan, and amazing diving and snorkeling. Think relaxed island time meets Japanese hospitality. So yeah, Japan has 46 prefectures across these regions, and they're all very different from one another. It's one of the best things about the country. No matter how many times you go, there's always somewhere new to explore. Most people start with the big three, which are Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. These cities are super popular for a reason. They're packed with sights, easy to navigate, and really well connected by trains. Tokyo's your go-to if you want that crazy mix of tech, fashion, history, food, anime, and big city vibe. It's fast, it's wild, and there's always something happening. Just keep in mind that Tokyo is very big, one of the biggest cities in the whole entire world. So even though there are a lot of tourist sites, there are also a lot of local neighborhoods that you can check out. If you're into the buzz of modern Japan, this is your place. Kyoto is basically the opposite vibe. It's all about temples, shrines, tea houses, quiet streets, and traditional culture. culture. It's perfect if you want to slow down, see a more historical side of Japan, and experience those peaceful garden moments you see in the travel photos. Then you've got Osaka, super fun, super friendly, and famous for street food, neon lights, and that more laid-back, no-frills local vibe. It's also a great base for short day trips to places like Nara, Kobe, or even Himeji if you're into castles. If you've got more time or you've already been to these places, there are so many other incredible regions to explore. Like if you want beach days and laid-back island life, try Okinawa. For unreal powder snow and winter vibes, you can head on over to Hokkaido. If you're into culture and coastal scenery, Kanazawa, Hiroshima, Fukuoka, and Yamaguchi are all amazing and often way less crowded. Looking for something a little bit quirky or unexpected, you can try Fukui. Fukui's got epic coastal views and an actual dinosaur museum. There's also Otaru in Hokkaido for a cozy, wintry port town feel. You've got 46 prefectures to choose from, each with its own local flavors, so there's no one-size-fits-all answer here. The important thing is to be realistic about how many places you can fit into your time frame. Train travel in Japan is super efficient, but bouncing around too much can still eat up a lot of your day, especially if you're carrying around luggage or trying to squeeze in tight transfers. It can also be really expensive. Our advice: choose a few base cities, make sure they've got good access to day trips and transportation, and build your trip around what actually excites you, not just what shows up on every tourist list. And don't stress about missing anything. Japan's not the kind of place you can see all in one go. Most people come back again and again, and that's part of the magic. So once you've decided how long you'll be staying here and which regions you're most drawn to, you're ready for the next step, putting it all together into an itinerary that actually works. That's what we'll be covering in episode 4, so stick around for that. If this helped, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment and letting me know how many days do you have and what's one place you have to include in your trip. We have more resources to help you figure out what places to visit in Japan, so definitely check out our channel as well as our website and social media. Alright, see you in the next one. Let's keep planning your dream Japan trip.